Hey guys, where are we at right now?
At the Jog Dog. We're going into Chromatic Dragon.
For what?
To eat! With the eat!
To eat?
Wow.
And it's your
Guys.
birthday, Daddy.
Yeah, there it is.
Who are we eating with?
So today is my birthday and I am meeting with some friends of mine for dinner at Chromatic Dragon. It's a restaurant in Savannah that has video games and board games. So we bring the kids, they play video games, and we're gonna attempt to play some board games. Here they come up behind me, ready for the party. That is forever right there. When I was in my 20s, I used to think that, I'll get in great shape by the time I'm 30, or I'll change this habit by the time I'm 30, or I will accomplish this thing before I'm 30. And I know I'm being a little bit vague, and I think it's because it wasn't the specific tasks that really are sticking out to me today. It was more about the mindset of I'll get to it. And so I've kind of been contemplating the last few weeks this reality that I'm turning 39, and I'm turning 39 today. And it made me kind of have this idea of some things I might want to do before I'm 40, and then I went down this whole like mental path of chaos thinking, you've been here before, Jim. And I realized that like I didn't do a lot of those things in my 20s. And let me just say, I've done a lot of really, I feel like, great things in and with my life. So just a little bit about me. I'm married to a beautiful and gracious woman, 18 years of marriage. I've known her since I was in 7th grade. And she's my best friend. We just work, and we have 4 amazing kids. My oldest is 15, Isaac. My next is an 11-year-old girl, Caitlin, and then I've got just this amazing little boy named Zoe, who's 9, and then another boy, Ezra, who is 5. And they are probably the greatest accomplishments in my life to this point, because they're such good kids, and we have such a beautiful family. And it's not just one of those things that is from the outside only. It really genuinely is from the inside. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not perfect. We have our moments of frustration, but we do life together really well. And so I definitely don't feel like I am in a position where I feel like I've wasted my life. I'm not like facing some midlife crisis. I'm not looking to go out and do something crazy. Like, I'm very fulfilled and happy in my life, but I would love to be a little bit more disciplined in my life and find some practices of discipline. And so I got to thinking, I was talking with Carmen about this, and I thought, you know what, I want to put together a few things that I want to accomplish in my 40th year of life, right? So before I turn 40, there are some things I want to be able to say that I've done. And so I really have just kind of circled around this a bit. And so I wanted to share a couple of them with you. One of them is I look at some of these guys that vlog daily, every other day, and I think, man, that is hardcore. And there's not a ton of those people, you know, that really stick at it and do it every single day. And so one of the things I would like to accomplish before I'm 40 is I would like to be able to say that I've vlogged every day for 1 year. So starting today with this video, I am going to make it a goal to be disciplined to vlog every single day. Now, what will that look like? Some days it'll look like me just sitting in front of the camera like this and just talking and sharing my thoughts. Some days it'll be videos of me and my family running around, having fun, being crazy. I like to think of myself as a maker. I enjoy designing things, building things. I love improving the infrastructure in my life. So maybe one day we'll be building shelves. Maybe one day we'll be 3D printing things. I love technology, so maybe along the way we'll do some tech reviews. I just want it to be a reflection of the passions I have in my life. And if only a handful of people watch this, I'm okay with that, because long term what I'm hoping is that this will be something that my grandkids and my great grandkids will look back to and be able to really see and experience my heart. And so for more than anything, I'm doing this for the next generation of my own family. But I want to be able to say that I did that. I also bought a really awesome study Bible. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I'm not going to hide that. I'm not going to go and tuck that like in a little corner and pretend like I'm not, or just not talk about it because it offends some people. I don't want to offend you if you're not a believer. I believe Jesus is the best way. He's the hope for eternity. And I think the best way for you to see that is just for good people to live that out in front of you. And so I went and I bought the study Bible, and my goal is to read through the entire Bible in this year. In Bible college, there were times where we had to read through entire, sections of Scripture for class, and I've gone on some study times where you read the Bible over a course of time. But just to be able to say from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelation, I just read the entire thing. I want to try to do that. And so it's got blank pages between every single page. And so what I want to be able to do is write some of what I'm experiencing and seeing in there into that Bible. And so I want to be able to say at the end of this year that I have done that, and that I'm ready to present that to my family to be able to have again as an heirloom. I mentioned that I'm a maker. Another thing I want to do is I've purchased a couple of sketch pads, and I want to make it a discipline for a year to draw something every single day, whatever it is. Some days it might just be shapes. Other days it might be looking at replicating some of my favorite sci-fi pieces, maybe trying to sketch out a blaster from Star Wars, or the sword from He-Man, or whatever it is. I just want to be in a process of using that talent that I have, and so I want to be doing that on a daily basis. And then one of the ones that is a little bit daunting for me, because I get really bored with working out, is I'd like to be able to say at the end of this experiment that I am in the best shape of my life. And so that's the one that's going to require some thought in the coming weeks about how I'm going to do that, because I'm pretty adamant that I'm not going to go to a gym and just do it the normal way. Something's got to give. There's got to be a way for me to get into better shape and do it in a way that I just enjoy doing it. So I'm going to be working on that, and obviously I'll be vlogging as I go, so you'll kind of see that experiment at work. And then there's just some really great things happening this year that I think I want to just be able to share with people. I've got an opportunity in just a week and a half to head to Kenya, and so want to take the camera there and tell the stories of what we see and experience while we're there. We're going to be heading to Colorado later in the year, and even looking at making a trip up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I was born. Never been back. Moved away when I was very little, and so want to experience that, and just to be able to have a year filled with some new experiences, new adventures. That's what I'm looking for. So I hope that for those of you that do take the time to watch it, that it's entertaining, maybe a little bit of it's educational, and I thank you for taking the time to look into it. And I would love to hear feedback. in the comments below. If there's something that you think you would like to see, let me know. Perhaps we could pull it off. Maybe we can do it. And then I'll just kind of end with this one thing, is saying that vlogging every day for me for the year is the goal. But getting it uploaded every day, I'm not going to try to make that a goal. There are going to be times where I just don't have access to sufficient internet to get it uploaded in that day. I can see that happening even in a week and a half in Kenya. But what I'm committed to doing is filming every day and editing every day before I go to bed. So when I get back to a solid internet connection, then I can do my uploads. And so I will at the end have a full 365 vlog episodes, I don't know, 365 independent videos that will be up there. And so I think it's also pretty cool that we kicked this whole thing off with a what is it, a super blood blue moon moon eclipse that just took place today. So I turned 39. I think the rapture took place for some people, and we're starting a new process. Thank you guys. I look forward to seeing what this year brings, what it unfolds.